This is college football final extra top 10 matchup. Notre Dame in Oklahoma. In the first quarter, it is Sierra Wood. 62-yard score, longest of the season for the Irish. They're on top, 7-3. Square at 13 in the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal for the Irish. Everett Golson does the work himself. The Irish outrush the Sooners 215 yards to 15. Under 5 to play. Landry Jones picked off by Manti Te'o. The key interception to go along with a sack and 11 tackles. Irish 8-0 for the first time since 2002.
One of your teammates was saying tonight about the sign in your locker room and home, ignore the noise. There was a lot of noise this week about coming down here and winning at Oklahoma. What happened?
You know, it's Notre Dame. You know, a lot of people pick against us. You know, you hear about the Martin Mays and the Riley guy or whatever saying we're irrelevant. But you know, you can't fall into that. You know, as long as you know we believe what's going to happen with us, and you know, we can control our own destiny, and you know, we just want to take it one game at a time.
Well, Norman, not the only site with a top 10 battle this weekend. I'm Jade McCarthy with your college football final extra. As usual, the spotlight also shining on the SEC. And Colin Klein looking to up the ante in his Heisman campaign and earn K-State their 3rd win over a top 15 team this season. Let's begin with that huge SEC East battle where the Georgia Bulldogs ruined Florida's undefeated season with a 17-9 victory. Turnovers doomed the Gators. They had 6 of them, a stark contrast to the 4 in their last 7 games. Todd Gurley racks up 118 yards on the ground. He's the first player to go over the century mark against the Gators D this season. Georgia in the driver's seat. The Bulldogs can clinch their 2nd straight SEC East title with wins over Ole Miss and Auburn. ESPN.com SEC blogger Edward Aschoff caught up with Mitchell.
This game was something that you guys obviously needed to stay, you know, at the head of the East race, but to have the adversity, backs against the wall, kind of like last year, I mean, how much did that play a factor in the emotion you guys had today?
We just want to come out and show everybody that what everyone was saying all week about us being soft, I don't think anyone thought we were going to win. Honestly, from what I was hearing, we just want to come out and show that we're not like a team you're just going to run over. We ain't soft. We're going to fight just like you fight.
Colin Klein and K-State looking to stay undefeated against 14th-ranked Texas Tech in the 3rd quarter. Klein finding Tremaine Thompson for the 21-yard score. K-State up 20-10. Klein working that campaign in this one. He had 4 touchdowns, including this one on the ground against Texas Tech. K-State 8-0 for the first time since 1999.
A pretty efficient performance from you, but on a game like this, when you sort of nitpick, I know you haven't seen the tape, but I mean, what can you kind of improve on in a game like this?
Well, first off, our start. I mean, you know, we weren't able to get in the end zone in the first quarter. Didn't really even move the ball in the first quarter. You know, we always want to be able to start fast, and so I mean that's one thing. And again, we'll see the tape, and that'll show us a little bit more as far as the nuts and bolts. But again, we were able to hang together when things weren't going our way as a team in all 3 phases, and we're able to get it done.
The Trojans have won 5 straight in Tucson. Matt Barkley trying to make it 6 in the 3rd. He finds Marquise Lee. What a game he had. 345 receiving yards, 5th most in FBS history. Trojans up 28-13. 4th quarter, Wildcats looking for the lead. Kadeem Carey punches it in. Arizona on top 32-28. 4 seconds left in the game. Trojans, time for one final shot. Barkley, plenty of time, and he will throw up the Hail Mary. Lee looks like he's got a shot, but he can't come up with it. Arizona knocks off 9th-ranked USC 39-36.
What does this win mean for this program? It's obviously one that's going to resonate nationally.
Oh, it means a lot, you know, but it's just a starting block. It's like Coach says, you know, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So this is just, you know, one bite, you know, but we got to swallow it and we got to, you know, move on to the next opponent.
A battle of unbeatens in the SEC. Number 1 Alabama hosting 11th-ranked Mississippi State. A.J. McCarron with the beautiful ball to Kenny Bell. McCarron, 18 passing touchdowns, 0 picks this season. He would leave early with a bruise to his upper back, but the Tide roll.
You guys, I know, will enjoy this for 24 hours, and then it's looking ahead to LSU, this has been one of the best games in college football the last few years. How ready are you guys to go down there and play your best football game?
Oh, we're always ready. We're going to treat this game just like every other game. It's the next game on our schedule, and it's the most important game. And we're going to go in this game, hopefully, to dominate and come out with a W.
So upsets all around. How do the top 5 fare? Well, the Gators, the only team to fall with Oregon's romp over Colorado. 4 undefeated teams remain at the top. Let's just say it could be a very interesting finish. Here's Mark Schleba with the national take.
We might have a mess on our hands at the end of the regular season. If Alabama and Oregon keep winning, I think we could end up with 4 undefeated football teams. Number 4, Kansas State dismantled Texas Tech 55-24. You look at Kansas State's schedule the rest of the way. Oklahoma State at home this coming week, road games at TCU, and then Baylor, and then another home game against struggling Texas. Notre Dame plays Pittsburgh at home, goes to Boston College, gets Wake Forest at home, and then closes the regular season at Southern Cal, which was a surprising loser at Arizona on Saturday. So I think we've got potentially a BCS disaster on our hands 2 years before a playoff comes into play in college football. It's going to be fun to watch over the final month of the season.
Oregon State 6-0 for the first time since 1907, trailing Washington by 7 in the fourth quarter. Cody Vaz, plenty of time to find Connor Hamlet, who reaches out, pulls it in for the 29-yard touchdown. Tie game at 17. Washington kicks a field goal to go ahead, and Vaz trying to engineer the comeback, but he is pulled down by Talia Crichton. University of Washington knocks off its second top 10 team this season, 2017.
Last time you guys were on this field and beat a top 10 team was a month ago. What happened tonight that you were able to do it again?
I feel like this past week of practice, we really got back to the basics and worked hard. Our coaching staff really stressed that we needed to come out and pretty much just play better. And I feel like our team did a good job of taking it upon themselves to come out and know what they needed to do tonight to get the job done.
And in the South Carolina-Tennessee game, something you just never want to see. Second quarter, Marcus Lattimore suffers a devastating injury. He has to be carted off the field after this one. He is taken by ambulance to the hospital. He receives a standing ovation from his teammates and the Tennessee players. You can read the very latest on ESPN.com. And a few other game notes to pass along. Rutgers' undefeated season comes to an end as Kent State earns its first ever win over a Big East team. And Urban Meyer's Buckeyes move to 9-0 with their third straight win in State College, a first since the Penn State-Ohio State rivalry began back in 1912. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.